Hey, this is Anthony with RevZilla TV. We can watch, decide, and ride. Welcome to our detailed breakdown of the new Spidi Warrior Wind Pro suit, available at RevZilla.com. This is the new Apex Predator from Spidi, straight out of Italy. This is the Warrior Wind Pro. Now, it's the Wind Pro, meaning it's the perforated version of the Warrior suit. And again, it's going to sit atop the Track Wind suit. So this guy is going to be more flexible, more protective, and they've added some other creature comforts and nuance here that are going to make it more flexible. That would be the big step up when you're looking at this compared to that Track Wind, which again was the Pro model last year. It's staying in the line. They've just made some key differences and improvements to it. Remember, Pro level, race grade cowhide, 1.2 to 1.3 mil, removable liner, all of the hard part protection and armor that you're expecting. And I'm going to get to that in a second. But here's the thing that you have to keep in mind, and I like to front load Fitment. Raf is 5'11", 170, 40-inch chest. He's wearing a size 50. The nice part about this suit, depending on the length of your inseam, is that the knee armor, which is Force Tech, is going to be movable and adjustable. And then you have your external hard parts as well. That's a really nice touch. The other thing I want to call out is the Track Wind is going to be a similar length in the torso. What we find from Spidi is they're a little bit longer. If you have a longer torso, you should make out well. But the arms here in the Warrior Wind Pro are going to be about an inch longer. So if you have those longer arms, this is going to be a better option for you if you want additional coverage than the Track Wind. Keep that in mind. And that's the big thing why I want to call that fit out so clearly. He's in a size 50, no questions asked. Remember, when you're taking your measurement, take that deep breath and hold it so you have room for your chest and back protectors, and go from there. You know the drill. We'll ship for free over $39 if you're concerned about fitment. And as always, I want you to click our logo right up there. Subscribe to us for RevZilla TV. Leave me your comments, your questions, your feedback about the Spidi Warrior Wind Pro suit. Now, diving into the nuance. Let's work from our outside and work our way in. We talked about safety stitch leather construction, lots of elasticity. When I turn him backwards, you're going to see lots of perforated elastication. This is the Wind version. So you're seeing down along the torso, down to the legs, a lot of perforation. I'll say the Track Wind Pro actually has, the Track Wind Evo rather, has more perforation than this suit. So if you're a track day guy, if you're in the Northeast, if you're all about maximizing ventilation, that's a phenomenal suit, and that might vent a little bit better for you. If we look at the arms, Flex 10X for volumetric expansion up and around the arms, and then let's get into that armor now. I've talked about it a few times. The big key difference here from an armor standpoint here on your Warrior Wind Pro is injected Warrior armor. It's this flexible TPU in an outer ring congruently of TPR or TPU, and that sits on top of your Force Tech armor. So again, in the shoulders, your CE armor underneath, your CE armor underneath the elbow, CE armor in the knees, but then you have your external hard parts. Again, they're going to aid in sliding. They're going to aid in dissipation of energy. Again, hard part. We see a lot of hard parts on a lot of race suits. This is the Warrior system. It's proprietary to Spidi. Now, if we turn Raf's arm just like that, here, just stop right there. I'm going to move it up, get a shot of that. Actually, on the new Track Wind Evo, as well as the Warrior Pro, you're getting your Warrior elbow, which is flexible. It's a removable slider. And then there's a replaceable TPU, which is a slider. You get that little nugget right there on the outside. The other piece I want to call out, and again, I'm not going to turn you just yet. I want to finish the front of this suit. But when we get into the hips, you're going to see Warrior armor externally exposed on the hips of this suit, which is a first time. We've never seen anybody do exposed hip armors, and that's over top of multi-tech armor that's going to be baked in. So again, they've gone full bore. If Ryan, you make your way all the way down to the knees here, you're going to see the knee on this suit. It's going to have your slider. It's going to be a micrometric adjustable slider that has demarcation, so you can always line up your slider in the same spot every time, and it's that Spidi slider, which cuts down the surface area and is going to slide more effortlessly, and certainly that's going to be replaceable, and that's over top of your adjustable knee armor and cup that sits inside. If you come back up to the front, some of the other nuance here, I'm not going to move you just yet. Look under his arm here. Perforated, elasticated stretch panel done in silver that goes all the way up and underneath. When I turn him backwards and sideways, that's the big selling feature here from a flexibility standpoint, is you're going to be able to move. It's going to be a much more constrictive suit. It is a race pro level suit. So again, it's all built to be in the tuck, to be fast, and keep everything where it's supposed to be while you're on the bike and potentially while you're in the slide. Now, the other thing I want to call out is these are lower profile cuffs than we're going to see on the Track Wind Evo. Track Wind Evo has a strap that comes across. It is a neoprene, a semi-neoprene cuff. This is a full neoprene cuff coming all the way down. Auto-locking YKK zippers that go all the way up. And when I open it up, There's my interior. That's my yellow antimicrobial pro level liner that's fully removable. Notice the suede leather on the inside. You have your neoprene on the inside. Again, suits are about creature comforts, because if your suit fits properly, if it does its job, if it's going to not be digging in or distracting you, you'll be able to be focused in extreme riding conditions. The other thing they changed about the suit, which I really, really like, is just the style and the color blocking. There's a black-white version. This is the black-white-blue. There's also a black-white high-vis. And notice you have the blue accent color, and then we have these high-vis pops. High-vis at the elbows, or high-vis at the knees, high-vis up along the biceps. And last but not least, before I spin him any further, notice up here along the neck, you do have a hump that's going to take a hydration system from Spidi, and you'd snake that down, and that would be where your hydration system would snake through your suit. Again, very, very functional, thinking about the pro level rider. Turn and face away from me, good sir. Now, if Raf turns away, there's a lot going on here. Again, getting a profile down to the shoulder, elasticated panel on the bicep. We already talked about the dual layer of leather as well, or the dual layer of armor in the shoulder here. Moving down to my elbow, you're seeing another shot of that warrior on the elbow for slide, both from shock absorption. If Raf lifts his arm just like that, now check out the elastication here. Bi-elasticated panels that go all the way up, and they connect up at the shoulder blade, up on top, at your trap. They're gonna go all the way down to the front of the suit. Look at the extension of the lower back here. If you work your way down, you're going to see this silver area of perforated, elasticated stretch that wraps all the way around the hip, and then you really can't miss it. I'm gonna skip ahead really quickly and work down to his hip. This is the Warrior TPU that's exposed over top of a piece of hip armor internally. Shock absorption slide. This is one of the most accident and injury prone areas on your body. Takes a licking on your hips, and you're gonna now have exposed armor. We haven't seen anybody do that before. So again, I get a big kick out of innovation. I like it when people push the envelope. Working our way back up. Let's take a peek up here towards the top. You see how he's stretching here. You see how that's working with his shoulder blade. Notice the profile of this pro level hump. Aerodynamics as well as a slide, and what you can't see is there's a grommet in the middle of it. That's going to snake your water bag all the way back and out. Now, coming back down past the hip down to the lower leg, notice the back side of the lower leg here, and they've minimized the seams where they could. Notice the knee has that elasticated panel that comes around the side, and then you're in Flex 10X, which is their flexible volumetric expansion material that's going to be comfortable and breathable away from your impact zones. You're going to see that down the back of the leg. It's going to be low profile. That's actually where that boot's going to primarily be coming into contact. And if you get a shot of the inside of his left leg there, you're going to notice there's only one zipper on these, and it's on the medial side, and that's for entry and exit. Some guys do zipper expansion panels. They gave you Flex 10X. They're running with it and saying, you know, the calf material is going to be expandable enough, but along the inside of the leg, you do have that zipper. That's for your entry and exit. Turn face completely backwards for me, Raf. Now, if we look at the back, start at the top, work our way down. More neoprene, low profile. That's going to not get in the way of your helmet if you're in the tuck. Moving into our hump, you're going to notice it is set up for a hydration system. And if we pull this flap up, there's your entry and exit. That's how you'd access the bag on the back here, 1 liter. And if we move our way down, that style comes into play. And notice how high on the back that yoke goes. Elasticated panel comes up much higher than that Trackwind Evo. So again, better area for flexibility. Look at that. You're thinking, you're reading my mind right now. You see the way that that stretches. Moving into the seat, you're seeing the coccyx protection, the tailbone protection that's baked in. I always like when they do that. And if you move your way down the leg, you get another shot of the nice clean line as it blends from leather into Flex 10X. Now, if you move back around to the front for me, remember the interior guts on this bad boy are going to be that removable mesh liner. It has snaps to take the Warrior Pro system in the chest, and in the back, it's going to be the basic mesh liner, and you can have your Warrior Pro back protector. Now, if you're looking at the Trackwind Evo, that actually has a bit of 3D paneling, a 3D mesh. It's a bubble liner in the back, a little bit different, but again, that one's built to set up for more warmer climates. This is set up for bursts of speed at the pro level, and again, that's why they focused on flexibility and protection over additional perforation. The other thing I want to call out too, if you look at around the crotch area, you're going to see more Flex 10X coming up off the leg and giving you another additional area of flexibility, knowing this is an extremely aggressive race suit. So the next step in your journey is to click right here, read other rider reviews of the new Spidi Pro Level Warrior Wind Pro race suit, 3 colors. You can tell I'm a fan. I like the progression. I like where they went. Super premium. It's a major investment north of that $1,500 mark. Click here, read the otother rider reviews at RevZilla.com. You shouldn't just take my word for it. As always, we'll ship for free over $39. If you want to talk to a gear geek, see us at RevZilla.com or 877-792-9455. Thanks for watching our detailed breakdown. Remember, subscribe to me at RevZilla TV, our YouTube channel. I'm Anthony. We'll see you next time.